स्टार्ट कर दिए।
ओके, गुड आफ्टरनून टू एवरीवन। सो आपने पिछले 2 दिनों में गेम डिजाइनिंग के बारे में देखा था. देन फर्स्ट वी हैव स्टार्टेड विद द स्क्रैच एंड देन यस्टरडे we will continued with the construct 2. So you have seen we have designed 2 or 3 different games on different platforms. Or if you want to create games on the Unity, then you can also visit on our gaming portal www.planetcode.in. So it is a gaming portal which is free for you. You can go to there and you can start your journey to be a game developer. So it is a free of cost to you. You can learn coding and game designing from this portal. So our aim to just it is that we want to make you a code developer. We want to implement your coding skill in your brain. So what is the feature of that? Okay, so first reason is that why is coding important. Then we can say that if you learn about the coding, you can create your own applications, because you know that India has the a large amount of population, and all at least maybe you can say 70 to 80% people of India are using smartphones, and all smartphones has the application and games in their phone, and it is a huge market. You can make a great application or a mobile game and you can create a huge market. You have a huge potential in this country if you create a application or game like this. So it is very important if you want to be a game developer, if you want to be a app developer, if you want to create your website, if you want to implement some AI models. So all these sector needs coding. You need to prepare coding skills to go in these particular fields. So I suggest you to learn coding, and we have decided to teach you coding through the gaming platform. Okay, if there is a question, if you don't want to go into the coding field, you want to go to into the different field, then why coding is important to you? So it is important to everyone, because you can say coding is a skill which teach us how can we do a work with a different types. So if I want to execute a plan A, if I execute to plan B. So if I want simple, if I want to do a work and I have different plans to do these particular works. So these type of skills we can generate through the coding, because coding it consists this type of keywords in our program. So if I will do this, then this thing happen. This okay. If I will not do this, then this thing will happen. So all the life related skills are also related to coding. Our decision making, our time managing, our computational skills, all the activity we have to prepare for the other fields, we can also implement by the coding. So that's why coding is a most important skills of that era. And we can say after this decade, or you can say after 2030, all the jobs will be outdated by the coding. And if those jobs which wouldn't be outdated by the coding, but these jobs need some additional feature, like your decision making skills, your problem solving skills, how you can solve problem in different ways. So all these skills related to your coding skills, and you can start with the coding with the plantcode.in and other field. If you have any doubt, if you have any query related to our coding related field or our game development related field, you can ask us. We can paste a email to you in chat box, so you can do a email to us and can ask everything you want to ask in related field. So today our 2 days when our 2 days are were related to the game designing, and today's are to provide you a sufficient knowledge to AI. It is very hard to teach AI in a one day, but we will try to teach some basic concept of AI, and we will do some activity also on AI. So be ready for the hands-on activity. We are going to implement some hands-on activity, and you have to do. You have to do this activity with me. I can perform this activity, and you can also follow me while performing the activity, and we can also coordinate with each other. So first half we will teach about the AI. So in the activity, I will teach you some concept, and these concept will be related to the some theory part, and you need to cover this theory part before starting the activity. That's why I need your some time, and I request you to please uh, notice some points which I will discuss on the theory part. After theory part, after discussing all the points which we are going to implement in our project, then we will start the activity. So are you ready, guys? Yeah. So can you see the picture of the students? There are some students who are enjoying the rain. So today is the running of knowledge, and I request you to knowledge in this rain. You should enjoy. So I will explain AI through a story. I will explain AI through a story. I try to explain each terms in the way of a story. What is the AI? How can we implement? So if you find any difficulty, please ask query in the chat box. We will happy to resolve your all the queries. Okay. So we are going to introduce AI and its history. So what is the definition of AI? Machine learning, DL. So ML and DL is the part of the AI. We will discuss what is this, and we will explain also what is the DL and why ML come into the picture. What is the limitation of DL? That's why ML came into the picture, and ML resolve the all the problem which we faces into the DL. And we will also explain. I will told you history of AI into the terms of a story, so we can enjoy that story also. And after this, we will differentiate some modern AI and prior AI application. And after this, we will discuss about the some application also. So you can see there are picture which are the breakthroughs of the AI. So there are two big breakthroughs. One is the image classification, one is the machine translation. So these are the two big achievement, and this work is very important to nowadays. So in as of 2015, a machine can better identify any object better than human. Let us suppose that I have seen a picture before 2 months ago, and a machine seen a picture 2 months ago, then machine can better recognize that particular object better than me. Or we can say machine can learn faster than the human. So that's why image classification work or image identification work, machine is performing better than the human. So it is a big achievement. This work we will thinking before 60 to 17 years ago, and now we have achieved this big target. And the second big target is the machine translation. So as of 2016, machine nearly achieved performance of the human in the field of language transformation. Like if you want to translate one language to another language, then it can machine perform. It is very difficult to perform through a machine at different language into the different language. So but machine are now able to translate one language to another language. Okay, Andrew and G, He is the scientist of Stanford University, and he said that 100 years ago, electricity transformed every major industry, and AI now is the new electricity. Now AI is going to affect every major sector in coming years. So can you type the answer? So why Andrew Ng told us that AI is the new electricity? Why he is comparing AI with the electricity? Yeah, I want to know some answer from you. Okay, I think I have gotten some answer. I will review all the answer of the chat box. Okay, so because you can say 100 years ago, many of the work uh, done by the manually. Then machine come into the picture. Machine um comes into the market, and machines were doing everything like printing, like transportation, everything. Machine perform better than the human, because machine runs on the electricity. So electricity come before the machines, and after then machine will invented, and then all the market, all the sector has changed, and you can see what we gotten in past and what we are getting in the present day. So these all the things depend on the electricity. All the sector are upgraded by the electricity, and that's why he is saying, that's why now AI came into the picture, and AI is also, I also will change everything. Like uh, and 100 year ago, many of the person are saying that okay, machines will come into the market and they will uh, change everything. They will make unemployment, but it is opposite. The result is opposite. The employment is get increases after machine come into the picture. So that's why I am again saying if AI came into the picture, then employment will increase. So you can say the revenue of the AI related field in as of 2016 is around 10 billion USD, but according to 2020 till 2020, it reaches nearly 45 45 billion USD. That is the 4.5 times greater than the 2016. In just 4 years, it increases 4.5 times, and it will increases simultaneously in coming year also. That's why he's saying AI is the new electricity. Definition. Okay, what is the intelligence according to you? Everyone can tap on the chat box. What is the intelligence? Okay, I will review all the questions. According to me, intelligence, I have asked this question to many students, and they are saying, sir, if the child will perform an activity faster and accurate than other persons, then we can say he is intelligent or she is intelligent. If we talk about the cricket nowadays, who is the most intelligent cricketer, then you can say Virat Kohli, because he averagely makes century in 4 to 5 matches. So he is expert in the cricket. So he is very intelligent in the cricket type of thing. If we talk about the research work, then you can say Elon Musk is doing better, like SpaceX and everything. He changing day by day. So Elon Musk is the game changer or very intelligent person in the field of research. So every sector has some intelligent person. And why they are intelligent? Because they practiced a lot of more. They practiced a lot of more. That's why they are intelligent. And there's a golden rule. If you invest 10,000 hours, if you invest 10,000 hours in a work, then you will be the master of that work. You can do everything to perform that particular work if you have spent 10,000 hours to enhance skill to do that work. So maybe Sachin Tendulkar put 10,000 hours in his cricket. That's why he's the god of cricket. Elon Musk have given 10,000 hours to his researchers. That's why he's a big researcher. So that's so there are many features we can say is intelligent, and the main motive behind the intelligence is practice. Okay, this practice is in the is in under the person. So we want to replace, or we want to export this intelligence person to machine. If we want to put that type of practice, if we want to put that type of practice and experience in the machine, because practice makes intelligence, or what is behind the practice? Behind the practice is experience. So we want to put experience on our machine. Or how can we experience put in the machine? We can put the experience on the machine according to data. The experience is equivalent to data. Please listen carefully. Experience is equivalent to data, and we will feed that data to the machine to make them intelligent. This process is known as the artificial intelligence. The story is that if a person is intelligent, the reason behind that is practice, and practice makes experience, and this experience exhibit intelligence, and we want to put that intelligence into the machine. And what is the other parameter of what is the other you can say analogy of the experience? The other analogy of the experience is the data. So we will feed data into the machine, we will feed experience into the machine, and we can make our machine intelligent. That process is known as the artificial intelligence. So you can say there are different definition. Which definition you want to use, then you can use. You can see on the picture that there are different definition. Okay, comes on the machine learning. Okay, we will define machine learning also. In mathematics, you have learned about the graphs, mean, median, mode, data analysis, okay, probability, all the factor I think you have heard about, or minimum probability you have heard about, or graphs you have heard about if you have in the 6th or 7th class. I think I am right. Yeah. So you can analyze the data by the graph. How? So if I will show you a picture like here, this is the graph. You can analyze the data by the graph. Okay, 2016, what is the value? Around 9 to 10. And 2020, what is the value? Around above 45. So there are 38 and 38 between 50. So it is near to 50. So we can say that it is nearly 45 and 46. So we can analyze data. So how much data in it is not written in anywhere. So in 2016 there are 9 or 10 billion USD revenue from the AI, and 2020 there are 45 billion USD revenue in AI. But it's shown by the graph, and by the graph you can analyze the data. You by the graph you can read the data. So according to graph, you can read the data, you can analyze, okay, this thing is happening, so we can this thing, we can do this thing. So in numerical, you can make numerical like mean, median, mode. So it is the percentage, the probability, all the factor you are analyzing, and you are predict the result. So who will won the match? If a team A and team B played 10 matches together, and team A won 7 matches and team B won 3 matches, what is the probability to win next match of team A? So you can say there's a 70% chance to win team A because it won 7 matches from the all the 10 matches. So you can predict your model, who will win, who will lose. So you can see on the on Star Sport or ESPN cricket, when you see the cricket, there are a lot of type of data shown on the commentator box. So this data is so this data all the data comes from the machine learning. So how you explain a question or how you can solve a question, that's the same procedure machine learning tool solve the question. So a graph, a data come onto the machine learning software, and this software analyze the data faster than you, much faster than you. So you can make a question like a small question, you can make into the 5 minutes, and much complex question comes in your program. So in your exam, much complex problem be given into the machine learning tools, and these machine learning tools solve the question in just a few seconds and give the result to us. Okay, he will win, he will lose. Sorry. So machine learning consists some tools. Their tools analyze the data. They can predict the model. They can make graphs. So in this software, there are many tools which can analyze data, which can simplify the data, which can learn the data, which can present the data, and which can predict the model. So this type of tool consists machine learning. So machine learning, you can say, part of the AI. So a blue part, you can say full blue part is the AI, and some sky blue part is the machine learning. So machine learning is 100% AI, but 100% AI is not the machine learning. So I will give you example, like there are some emails. One, you can see there are many emails, like some of the spam email, some of the email are not the spam, but you are doing labeling. Okay, you are doing labeling like this is spam mail, this is not a spam mail. Okay, this is spam mail, this is not a spam mail, this is spam mail, this is not a spam mail. So you are labeling all the mails and you are teaching your machine, okay, this is the spam mail, this is not a spam mail. So machine learning software can learn the email and analyze, okay, spam mail consists that type of emails and that type of characteristics spam mail have. Okay, the mail which are not in the category of spam mail, then these do not have this type of characteristics. Then it can learn from the data. Okay, these type of characteristics spam mail have, and this type of characteristic spam mail don't have. According to the analysis, it can predict. Okay, now you can give after the machine learning, you can feed a randomly mail to the program, and then it can predict, okay, it is spam mail, it is not a spam mail, because you have given the data, you have given the experience, you taught the machine, okay, learn this is the spam mail, learn this is not a spam mail. After learning, it can predict so easily, this is spam mail, this is not a spam mail. There is another example. You can see there are some flower, Virginica versicolor or setosa. Three type of flower we have. These are the iris flower. You can search the image of the iris flower on the internet. You can see these three flower very similar to each other. If I will give you task to recognize each iris flower, you maybe first time you can't recognize easily because they are very similar to each other. So it is very difficult to task to recognize, to identify which flower is setosa, which flower is virginica, which flower is versicolor. But some experienced person can easily identify because they know what is the sepal length, what is the petal length, what is the sepal width, and what is the petal width of the flower. So you know that there are sepal and petal width of the flowers. According to that, we can identify this flower is virginica, this flower is setosa, and this flower is versicolor. According to the length and width of the sepal and petal, we can easily identify the name of the flower. So we are giving the data. So there are the four column of data: sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. So there are four column of data. We are giving our machine to four type of data. And according to data, our machine will predict the result. Listen carefully. We will give four type of data. Okay, we will first of all we will teach our machine. Okay, if the length of sepal from range this to this and the range of petal from this to this, then 100% surely it is the setosa. If the range is vary from this to this and this to this, then 100% sure is the versicolor. According to the our learning, if we feed the data, like if any random person will feed the data, like it is the length, it is the width, it is the length, it is the width, then it will automatically predict the result. Okay, you are talking about the setosa. So according to the your learning, according to your teaching, machine can predict the result. Okay, there are two type of machine learning. One is the supervised and another is the unsupervised. So it is the supervised learning, which you can see in the example. Like we want to predict a result. There we can take several example like fraud detection. So if we want to predict a fraud detection by the credit card, we can predict. We can take another feature, like if we want to detect the fraud detection, it is the normal detection, it is the normal transaction, or it is a fraud transaction. We can predict by the amount, how amount a fraud detector fraud transaction have, and what are the location of the fraud transaction, what are the time of the fraud transaction. So according to time and date and data, we can analyze the data and we can predict the result. So when we want to predict the result, we can say it is the supervised learning. When you want to predict a result, this is a supervised learning. Okay, so we have some target column. What is the target column? Our prediction column. It is our prediction column where we want to predict some result, like which flower it is has, which is the transaction it is has. So one is the target column, which machine can give as an output. This is a target column, and this is a, you can say, result. So when we want to result, when we talking about the target column, this is the supervised learning. Or when we don't want to make a prediction, where we don't want to make a result, then we can say it is the unsupervised learning. Example, if I talk about your shopping history, if you went to a mall and I search that since 4 years you are bought clothes January to February, or you were buying food item from March to December, and in November, December, you didn't bought anything from the mall. So I have data. I have make groups. Okay, you are doing this in this month. You are doing this thing in this month. You are doing this thing in this month. Now I don't know what I can do with this data, but just I can make some groups. I just made some groups. I don't know what I can do from that groups. I just made some groups. Okay, I analyze. Okay, what can I do? So you can suggest me what can I do if I make a group, if I make some groups of your shopping, what can I do? You can type on the chat box. Okay, now surely I will get some possible and positive results from all of you. So when I got some data of this type, I can, if I am owner of the mall, then I can uh, give some credits to you. Okay, some points to you. Okay, if you if you do shopping on the November or December also, you get some points, you get some benefit, you get some uh, uh, maybe you can some option from my showroom, or you can some you get some extra thing from my showroom if you do shopping into November and December also. Why I given that credits on the month of November, December? Because I know you are not doing shopping into the November, December. I have seen your data, so that's why I am giving you a some credits. I insist you to do shopping on November, December also. So that's why unsupervised learning is also important. Many companies, many big companies, Amazon, Flipkart, are making groups of your data, and according to your habit, they are giving to you credits due to the unsupervised learning. So I think the picture will be clear why we use supervised and why we use unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, we don't know the result. After the getting the groups, we think how can we use this type of groups in our market, in our intelligence, in our company. After the making group, we will decide. But in supervised learning, we already want a result. Okay, we want to predict this, we want to predict this, we want to do this. So if we are result oriented, then we are going with the supervised learning. If we want to make groups of data, then we will do the supervised learning. Okay, so there are some limitation of the machine learning. So you can see we can predict result by the machine learning software. We can put some data into the Excel sheet and we can get some result. Why? Because our machine learning tool have some feature of data analysis. We have some feature of graph analysis. That's why we can predict the result. But in machine learning, image classification, image identification is little more complex. We can do, but we are not sure how much result is accurate, how much result will accurate from our machine learning. We can do, but we have to do we have to make a lot of complex program, and after this we are not sure how much it will help to us. So that's why machine learning has some limitation, and that's why deep learning come into the picture. Okay, machine learning consist tools which can analyze data, like in the form of Excel, in the form of graphs. But in deep learning, they are not of tools. Their scientist has designed, there the engineer will design some neural networks. What is the neural network? Like our mind, like our brain has some neural network, like eye is connected to our brain, some neurons, our nose connected to our brain, some neurons. Every part of the body is connected to our brain by the neurons. This is the neural network. Some sensor of our body is giving data into our brain, and brain is deciding what we have to do. So brain is commanding every part of the body. So you have to do this, you have to do this, according to the sense receiving the information by the sensor. And this type of mimic, this type of same copy we want to create in the machine, and the process to mimic our brain into the machine is known as the deep learning. So deep learning is just nothing. It is the mimic of our brain, how our brain is working. That's how we are making a machine and making a neural network. So our neural network, a microcontroller or a main component of machine will communicate with each of the part of the machine by the neural network. So there is an example. If we will do this image classification by the machine learning, then now you can say in machine learning we have to, first of all, what we have to do, we have to do feature detection. Okay, this thing has this feature, this thing has this feature. We have to do feature detection. After this, we have to teach our machine. These are the feature detection, and you have to learn this thing. If this feature comes, then this result will you have to predict. If this result will come, then you have to predict this type of result. So in machine learning, first of all we have to do feature detection, and after that we will teach our machine. We will make our code to learn machine a particular algorithm. So after this, after feature detection and after machine learning algorithm, our software or our machine will identify this is Arjun. But in deep learning, both of the process are cut by the neural network. Deep learning only consists neural network, and information will go by these wires or neurons, you can say. And after that we can predict the output. Okay, this is the Arjun, this is the Sonakshi. What you want to predict? History. So I had said I will tell you a story. So in 1950, the research of AI has started. In 1950, it is very long time. It is 17 years ago. 70 years ago, we have started discovery of AI. So first of all, Alan Turing, he was the father of the AI. Alan Turing, very fine scientist in the field of AI, computer field, in the field of maths. He was the greatest mathematician of that time. I will tell you a story. There is also a movie based on the Alan Turing. You can search. I forgot the name of the movie. It is like immigration game like thing. So Alan Turing is the scientist who played a major role in Second World War. So in World War II, Germany was the strongest enemy, and he makes he was the Germany was making uh, a lot of you can say Tawai type of thing in that era, because they have some machines. They are not communicating, the soldier and the expert not communicating via German language. They are communicating with each other with code language. They make a code language and they are talking in that code language only, and they predict, okay, we will attack on that place on that day, but in different language, and they are doing such of destruction. But government of called Alan Turing to government official office and said that so German has the machine uh, which they using to communicate with each other, but we can't understand their language. So can you break the code? You are a great mathematician. You can uh, decode the language which they are talking to each other, so we can predict. Okay, they are going to take on that place, and we can save our person from this type of activity. So I let you know that was a difficult chance. The one code one can decode into the 5 to 10 years, but the German soldier or German officials uh, changes the setting of the machine in every day. They changes the setting of the machine every day, and after one day to decode the code is a waste of time because the setting has changed the machine. But now what to do? It is impossible to break a code into the 5 or 10 years also, and it is a not guarantee we will break the code or not. But how can we decode this type of code into the one day only? So it was the impossible task, and he was only 19 years old scientist, but he has a great mind like all of you, and he made a machine. Machine name is the Enigma machine. Enigma machine decoded all the codes and converted this code language into the desired language code. And now that's why German lost the Second World War. Germany lost the Second World War because Alan Turing has designed the decodable machine. So he was that kind of scientist, and he was the he has the thought, can we design after the Second World War? He thought, can we design a machine which can perform like a human? Like I make a machine which decoded the a code language. Can we design a machine which can perform like a human? So he has thought, he has make a Turing test machine, and this machine work today also. So every computer algorithm which can run on the Turing machine, it can also work in today's era computer. If that problem or algorithm can't solved by the Turing machine, it couldn't solve by the today's era computer. So this type of machine he has created. So you can think what type of brain he had. Okay, these were the golden era for the AI in 1950 or 1960. So where Alan Turing started the invention of the AI, and government thinks, okay, the scientist can make a machine which work like a human. So government, many big companies funded on the research of AI and said that okay, you can make our you can make our uh, uh, you can say dreams. You can make our dreams possible. You can make a machine. So in 1956 in Dortmund College, in Dartmouth University, a conference where different scientists came from different places and uh, make a conference and decided how can we implement AI and how can we do a research. So it is a big step to do a discovery of AI. In 1957, Frank Rosenblatt invented perceptron algorithm. So this algorithm can classify a problem into two categories. And 1959, Arthur Samuel created a checker program. So this was the golden era for the AI when everyone want to invest it on the research of the AI. Government want to invest it on the research of the AI, but in 1966, LPEC committee evaluated AI is not much productive. So we have invested 15 to 16 years till now, but it is not so much productive. There are so much of you can say uh, uh, slow process till now. They are not up to the promises what they have. So LPEC committee evaluated result and said that scientists did some big promise, but they do not achieve a big milestone till now. LPEC committee evaluated a result like that. 1969, Marvin Minsky, a book publisher, launched a book and said that perceptron theorem, which Frank Rosenfeld has invented, said that it only classified only two category. It doesn't classify two or more category. So he published a you can limitation in that era. And then 1973 Lighthill report also said that scientists failed to make their promises fulfill. So there are some different news reports, and after this governments picked back their hands from the AI projects. Companies stopped uh, do investment in the research of the AI, and this is the winter of AI when funding of the AI has stopped a bit more, but that's why research of the AI gets slow. This is known as the winter when the research of AI gets slow due to the less funding. But 1972 again, Japan launched a humanoid robot named as the Android. Japan make a robot which name as the Android. Android robot by Android and means you can say human. Android means like human like. Android means human like. So it is the big achievement in the field of the AI. And after this, uh, expert system came into the picture. Expert system like a Google system, where like a doctor feed their knowledge into the into a computer, and then if a patient has some mm, infection, then he can search on the Google about the pneumonia. Then a doctor suggestion come into the picture. Then the symptoms of the pneumonia is that if you have the symptoms, then you can take these type of drugs. So this type of system companies has designed. This is known as the expert system. Then when expert system came to the market, then again research funding of the AI going to be start, and it is the boom for AI again. Expert system and Android robot again boost the research of the AI. And you can see many of the company like Fortune 500 company, the big company, many of the company using the expert system. But expert system consists knowledge of some of the people, like political people, like not of the teaching people, but it doesn't consist uh, data of every sector. That's why it is fail in future. And again, another winter will come for the AI. Again, research gets slowed down. But again, IBM IBM came into the picture. IBM make a uh, Deep Blue Deep Blue program, a software, Deep Blue software, and Deep Blue can play the chess. And the champions of that time was the Gary Kasparov. He was the champion of the chess to a decade. He was a brilliant chess player, and it is impossible to win from him. But IBM make a program, and when IBM's Deep Blue and Gary Kasparov played with each other, series won by the Gary Kasparov. Series won by the Garry Kasparov because he was the chess champion. It is impossible to win with him. But a single match, a match series and a single match won by the Deep Blue. That was a big news for the AI research. A computer program won from the Garry Kasparov chess champion of that era. So Deep Blue again after 4 years came into the picture. Again, the chess champion was the Garry Kasparov, and again both of them played, and the series won by the series won by the Deep Blue. So this program again booms the market of AI, and till now, deep learning came to the picture, and everything has changed, and until now we haven't seen any winter in the field of AI. Now AI is increasing day by day. Its revenue it is increasing day by day. So Deep Blue, or you can say a major factor or a big initiative of IBM to boom the research of the AI. And sir is teaching you about the game development, and the game development is the step who boost the field of AI. Now when AI implemented on the gaming, and after gaming implementation, AI implemented on everywhere. So gaming is the important part to boost the AI in the future. So you can say deep learning breakthroughs, image classification, Google translation. You can see image classification into the space projects like rover and Chandrayaan, computer vision, driverless car, healthcare, communication. यानी कि you if you want to translate one language from another language. So you can tell me. So now we are going to improve AI day by day, every day. But in the era of 1950, 60, 70, 80, in there you can see in the story many times booms have come, many times winter has come. So what do you think? What do you think? Why winter is coming after some 5 to 6 years? Why it is happening? What are the problems the old scientists were facing? Today's scientists is not facing. What are the problems the old scientist has or had to implement the AI? You can write on the chat box what are the problem or what are the feature old scientists didn't have, the feature the new scientists have, and they are implementing the AI. Why winter is coming in the old era? You can type the chat. You can type the answer in the chat box. Okay, I will review all the answer. So you can see faster computer. Now scientists have the faster computer. Now engineers have the faster computer. The old computer are very slow. That's why you can say uh, it is the limitation. That's why scientists were failing many times. But in the old era, the speed of the internet and the communication between the various channel is not present, was not present. That's why it has problem, because they don't have big data set. Like they have designed expert system, then they have designed expert system for the some specific domain. They are not designed expert system for every sector, for every information. If you want to know about everything, now you can simply type on the Google and you can search. You can get many results if you search on the Google of everything. But on that era, there are some less data present in that time. That's why there's a big problem. So faster computer, bigger data set, and neural nets. Neural network is not present now. Neural network is present in today's era. That's why the scientists are implementing very big program. That's why old scientists was fails every time to implement the AI or to design a machine which work like a human. So, or another reason you can say, okay, I am a teacher and I am working in field of AI since last 4 years. But you are all the students and you are like 6th to 12th class students and you are learning about the AI from now. What happened when you comes to in my age and you are learning AI day by day, and surely you will get more experience in my age and you are the bestest of my version. Now I have the 4 year experience at the age of 23, but at the age of 23 you have the 10 to 12 years experience in the field of AI, and you are the greatest engineer scientist rather than me at the age of 23. So every generation is you can say is the advanced generation from the previous generation. So that's why you can design a better program, you can make some better model than me, and we can say, so that's why that's the one reason uh, to implement the AI. So transformative change, you can see health, industrial, finance. If you predict the result, so what the stock market has predict and but the all other parameter of the stock market, which you know better. Government in defense, data insight, safety, security, AI is you can say play a very important role in government sector, in transport and transformation, automatic car. You can say on live you can a Google Map is a very unique software in the way of transport. You can just type the location and you can you don't need to ask some question like where is this place, but you just need to uh, type the location in the Google Map and it can suggest what is the better way to go that place. Okay, this place has the very large amount of traffic. You can turn your car and you can go to from this way. So it is the technology and it is implemented due to the AI. So education, gaming, IT, all the industry are affected by the affected by the AI. So in education, you can see now you are learning from the online classes, or you can think there's a huge potential to convert to provide some special tool to your teacher to make a software which can perform online classes task better than other softwares. So it is the era where you can transform the education application, navigation, ride sharing, you can say. So application, you know what is happening nowadays: object detection, neural language. So I will share this PPT with you so you can learn about the AI easily. So I think it is the informative to you, so we can perform the activity now. So you are ready to perform the activity? Okay. So we are going to implement our activities. So I think it is clear about the function of the AI, its history, application, what are the limitation old scientists had and what are the limitation new scientists don't have. Okay. 1 minute beta. Deepak sir, you want to say something?
Yes, students. So अभी जितना भी सर ने पढ़ाया मैंने देखा काफी so many messages come in the chat box, sir, that theory is too much. Student, I just want to say that if you don't know about the theory, then how can you learn and how can you implement all the things in the practicals? Because first you have to learn that this AI is applicable in where and how this applicable AI is useful in all the fields. So I requested you to just concentrate what sir is saying to you and what sir is telling you about the AI and deep learning, because in the CBSE, in the 8th class and 9th class, CBSE is involved all these things. So I just requested you that sir is now telling you about the activities of AI. So just all of you concentrate on the sir's what is saying to you, and just write down your any problem or any query in the chat box. I am here to resolve your query. So just to now see, sir is doing some activities in the AI. So just learn and try to do at your home or in sir class. Now sir is going to do some activities. So student, just perform the sir activities.
Okay. Beta, you need to search uh, Google Teachable Machine. Google Teachable Machine into the Google. Google Teachable Machine. Okay, I can provide the link to the chat box also. You can just click on the link and go to this page also. Hello. हम मैम मैम अभी
Student, just search in the Google Chrome Google Teachable Machine. Just write down the Google Teachable Machine. सर आपकी वॉइस नहीं आ रही. हेलो.
okay.
Yes, yes.
So beta, I have pasted link on the chat box. Google Teacher Machine. You just need to click on the chat box only. आप chat box पे click कीजिए, then you can see this page will come on to your picture. बेटा क्लिक कीजिए लिंक को एक बार, देखिए आप इस पेज पे आए हो कि नहीं आए हो. हम दोनों एक साथ में एक्टिविटी करते हैं हम सब. ओके, आई थिंक सभी इस पेज पे आ गए होंगे. और कोई इशू है यार आपको इस पेज में आने में, देन प्लीज लेट अस नो. Just click on the get started. If you come on to that page, then you just click on the get started. Then you can see there are 3 type of project you can make from there: image classification, audio recognition and pose recognition. तो आप 3 तरह चीजों को आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हो. यू कैन आइडेंटिफाई इमेज, यू कैन आइडेंटिफाई एनी ऑडियो एंड यू कैन आइडेंटिफाई एनी पोज. तो अकॉर्डिंग टू योर इनपुट you can predict your result. So now I am going to make image project. If you come onto that page, please click on the image project. If you have any doubt, then please let us know on the chat box. I think you all have come on that Google Teachable Machine option. आपको क्या करना है, अब आप आगे वहां पे, then you have to come into the picture, then just need to start your webcam, or you first of all you need to create your class name. So I am creating my class name as me. First of all, I am making class which can identify me. It's me. Or second thing, I can make class for remote. If I can put my remote, then it can identify my remote also. I can also add class. You can make 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 class. Whatever class you want to create, you can create. Class 3. What can I make what I have to identify? I can identify my dongle. According to you, how much object you want to identify, you can identify with adding the class. Now I am going to make only 2 class because it depends on my internet speed also. I am taking 2 class only. Okay, I need to okay. So in PPT discussion, I told you about the data. So how much experience the participant has, the chances of the intelligence is greater than the others. If you participated and if you have the experience of 10 to 12 years in a particular field, then you can make everything in that field. So experience is a just very much effective thing to create your model. So in the what is equivalent to the experience? Data is equivalent to the experience. I told you in the PPT part. So if you give your image, like if you give 70 to 80 images or 100 to 200 images, how much image you give onto your portal, then how much accurate you will get the result. If you put low some few images, then you can get some inaccurate result sometimes. So if you have better internet speed, then I recommend you to take 100 around picture. If you have better internet speed, if you don't have the better internet speed, then please take 6 to 7 picture only. If you don't have better internet, then please take 6 to 7 photo only. Whenever you have the internet of good quality, then you can take 100 to 200 pictures. So you have to open your webcam, then you can take pictures by the hold and record. I have taken 5 pictures of me. Then I'm going to take my remote picture. You can again start webcam. Then you can take images of the remote. Just need to scroll down the picture and click on the hold to record. Okay, I have taken 5 pictures of remote and me. Now my machine will predict who is me and who is remote. Now my machine will predict who is machine and who is me. I need to train my model. I am going to train my model. It will take time according to internet speed. If you have if you have great internet speed, then your model need to train in 4 to 5 seconds only. If you have the less internet speed, then it can take time. Now my model has trained. Now you can see in corner me and remote. Now it is 100% me. You can see the result. It is showing 100% me. Remote is 0%. You can see the result. If you can see the result, then write the chat box in yes. If I put remote on the picture, the 98, 99, 100%, it is remote. Again, when my picture came into the screen, then again it's showing it's me. It's not the remote. Okay. If you want to export your model, you can just click on the download option and you can download your model into the computer. So I think it is easy activity you can perform in your home. If you have any doubt, then please let me know. I can see some question according to the okay, Deepak sir, please let me doubt if a student has some doubt.
Yes, sir. Student and icon. Okay. Sir, no doubt.
Okay, I think it is easy activity. Then each students can perform this activity. Okay, I am going to give you a link of Orange software. You can or machine learning for kids. You can make your model from there. This is another platform to create AI projects. You don't need to log in into the account, please. I'm going to paste link into the chat box. You can check out machine learning for kids. There are many models you can create onto the this portal. You can just click on the get started and you can continue try without registering. You can add your project or you can also copy. First of all, you need to copy project because you are new new for the machine learning for kids. Then you can choose Titanic survival project first. I can see you need to import the model. This model consists can you survive in the could you survive in the Titanic according to your data or not? Then just click on them. You can also train, learn and make your model. If you click on the train your model. So you can say that this is the data. So you recognize what type of person survived and what type of person didn't survive in the Titanic? The data of the Titanic person, like ticket class, it consists ticket class 3, gender male, age 0.42 यानी around 1 year, siblings 0, parents 1, ticket fare कितना था 8.5167, or where they embarked into the ship, they embarked from the Cherbourg. So can you explore the data? Can you analyze what type of person survived in the Titanic and what type of person didn't survive in the Titanic? So 288% survived on the Titanic and 424 didn't survive on the Titanic. There are some data. So it is your homework. Can you predict the result according to your research? Okay. You can click on the learn and test. You can train new machine learning pro model. So you can see the ticket class, gender, age, sibling, parents, ticket fare. You can fill your data according to you. When you analyze the data, then you can fill your data according to your age. Can you, if you were in the Titanic, then can you survive or not? You can fill your data. And the last, you can make your model.
एक मिनट भैया, एक मिनट 96
Then you can choose Python project.
50. Hello.
You can see there are some API key data. You can fill your data now there. Now I want to fill ticket class 1. If I go to the Titanic, I will vote first class ticket. I am male, my age is 23, my sibling is 0. Now my parents, I go to one parent. Ticket fare, I will book 200. Embarked, I am Southampton. So this is my data which I filled. Then you can see which data I have filled in my details. Then it can reflect uh, in my program. So you can copy the data like I am male 23-year-old and I am embarked from the Southampton and my ticket fare was the £200. So I am going to copy this API key. I will go to run Python in the browser. So it is depend on the internet speed, what type of speed you have. So some time. So just you need to replace your API key in the program and your program will run. So you can predict your result. So could you survive in the Titanic or not? So this type of activity you can perform by the machine learning for kids. Sorry, I have some network issue now. That's why my Python software is not opening, then please make your program in the machine learning for kids in Google Teachable Machine. In next phase, I will tell you about the Orange software. Again, a AI software that is Orange. You can install it and you can learn about the AI from the Orange for machine learning. This software you can install in your computer. You can predict the result by the machine learning tools. So Orange consists of machine learning tools like graph analysis, like data analysis type tools. Sir, I think my internet is not working properly. You can share.
What, sir?
Sir, my internet is not working properly. Now my page is not. When I search something, then it is not opening. Then you can share Orange software link to students.
Yes, sir, sure, sir. I will share the link to the WhatsApp group. So, students, ma'am will send all the links to you and all the videos recording to you in the your WhatsApp group. So, students, this is from our side, sir. आपको कुछ और बताना भी सर बच्चों को कि सर
No,
it's
sir. No,
over.
sir.
हाँ.
Thank you very much to be a part of this program, and I will very grateful to join this session and interact with the students. And I also can review all the answer which have students given in the workshop. And I was very happy to teach about the AI and how these students can put their hands and can make a AI model. So I am very happy to teach them, and I think if they need me in the future, I will also be there for their help.
Yes. Students, we will also come to your school for the workshop that the 3 days workshop we have conducted with the various schools. So we are also planning to come in your particular schools for taking all these workshops, particularly for you. So student, don't worry about it. We will send all the resources to you, all the materials and all the links to your particular teachers or your ATL teachers or the teachers that are in our group. So just wait till Monday. We will send all the videos to you. So you just go home and start see the video and don't remember to log in the Planet Code. So do go home and start learning in the game development and AI. Okay. So it's from my side. It's very great pleasure for me that I have taught you about all the game development and sir also teach you about the artificial intelligence program. So again, we will meet soon and this time we will come to your college or school. Okay. So bye bye all of you. Take care. Yes, yes, sure. Yes, we will come to your school for these sessions also and we will take sessions in your school in coming days. So don't worry about that. If any students haven't attended our session, we will also come to your particular school in coming weeks. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
I have
We will.
read the answers of the students. Then I am very happy to such students are delivering very good answer in chat box, and very thank to those students who are participating very well in the workshop.
Okay. So student, yes, we will teach you Unity also. Sir will just teach you about the 3D game development platform, that is advanced platform Unity. And also there are various platforms like app development. So we will also teach you and take the workshop of these technologies also. So students, just go home and start learning whatever we had taught you in last 2 days and today also. So just go home and start your learning. Okay. So all of you take care and stay safe, stay healthy. Bye, all of you. Take care.